12 years ago, the world saw a new championship born. From all corners of the globe, this championship has strived and endured to create a legacy celebrating the highest levels of excellence in esports. It has brought together competitors of countless nationalities and languages, tearing down the barriers that divide us and creating a unity and tradition that transcends borders. Entering its 13th season, the Intel Extreme Masters proudly sets foot in a new city, descending upon the Midwest for the first time with the largest Counter-Strike global offensive tournament the region has ever seen. With nearly 10 million inhabitants and its own storied past, this city of great writers, renowned critics, notorious gangsters, inspirational creators, actors, one of the most iconic sports teams of all time. Chicago is more than a hub for creativity and culture. It is now a center point for esports in North America. The world is watching as legendary greats who have hoisted the trophy since the inception of our sport vie to write yet another chapter in their books. Here they will be met with a budding new class of adversary, players who have known the game their entire lives and have only just begun to reach their potential. Will a storied legend continue to grow, or will a new legacy be written? This is the Intel Extreme Masters, and this is our moment.
Welcome along to the Intel Extreme Masters 2018. For the first time, the roadshow rolls into this fine city. Hello, Chicago! Oh, yes! We have got 2 semifinals today, 4 teams playing off to become the champion here, the inaugural IEM Chicago 2018 champions. Let's meet the first team. Please welcome Astralis! They are the best team in the world at the moment, and they know it, but they have been beaten before this year. Will they be beaten today? We're about to find out. Who makes it through to the final? Will it be Astralis, or will it be their opponents? Please welcome Fnatic! The classic lineup that won in Poland, but they are still a dangerous team. When you look down it, they have the firepower to take this semi-final and make it through to the final of the Intel Extreme Masters Chicago 2018. Now this is the point where we get loud. Who's going to win this first matchup? Is it going to be Astralis? Is it going to be Fnatic? One more time. Astralis! Fnatic! Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's Chicago!
Well, there is quite the contrast on stage. In that walkout, you have players who have taken to over 15 grand final stages in 2018, and you have Brolan on his first. This is quite the contrast, Chad.
I don't think you could possibly describe the feeling that he would have right now. The goosebumps upon goosebumps upon goosebumps, mate. I don't know what you'd be doing.
They say the name on your jersey, you walk, people are shouting, there's lights, there's cameras, and you've got to play Counter-Strike.
What were you doing at 16?
Feeling sorry for myself, playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, so he's kind of exceeded that. But right here, right now, for this kid, for this team, like I said, they've already exceeded expectations. They've already shown us that they can actually play as a unit, and this is a new look for Fnatic. But going up against Astralis, it has to be painted as such a hard task. The crowd seem to be behind Fnatic, right? That's one thing they have going for them. But other than that, they need to hope that Astralis don't have everybody firing on all cylinders. Otherwise, they're just going to get destroyed.
I mean, this has to be a full-on mental kind of cleanse, Jacob, before you actually get into game.
Definitely, and especially for Brolin. As said, he's 16 years old, and this is the first time he enters a stage this big and plays in front of a crowd this big. I know for myself, playing as well, you know, you get those goosebumps and you get those nerves going on for you the first 4 or 5 rounds. Question is, can you overcome that and, you know, shake it off you? Also, a guy like Twist, you know, a player who's been playing on this level for quite some time, who's been performing well, both in FPL and in other tournaments. I think he's been in 2 major semifinals as well, so he's no new man to a stage like this, but it's been a while since he was here the last time, so he needs to shake it off as well, and he hasn't had the best tournament so far either himself.
But when you go up against an opponent like Astralis, where you know the odds are not in your favor, this is a team that have proven the fact that they have 22, now 23, no, just 23 unbeaten record on a map is testament to just how scary they are. Admittedly, not in the Vita, was purged by Fnatic wisely, but a team that has such dominance and has got such a storied and fabled past in 2018 alone, you know that you're going up against what should be an impossible feat.
Yes, definitely so. And normally what we have is an Astralis team who can prepare very well for their opponent. There is a decent sample size of maps already for this Fnatic team, but they're kind of growing, learning, and changing via every game. So realistically, the preparation should be well and truly within the hands of Fnatic. They can have done a lot more prep, but I think the better side for them is to play that loose, unknown kind of thing, because that's going to catch Astralis off guard. They won't know what tendencies to be looking for.
Blave said it himself, Jacob. He said, you know, using Brolin as an example, he said he's so new, he doesn't know what's right and wrong, he'll just do anything. That random style of play, it sounds like a criticism, but at times it can work in your favor.
It's always the worst to face when you're the favorites. If you think you're better than the guys you're playing and they come in with something unorthodox or something you can't really count on, it becomes hard and it becomes a mental task for the Astralis players as well to keep, you know, sticking to their own game plan. There's no doubt that the players from Astralis are better individually. There's no doubt that the team play from Astralis is better, but that unpredictability that Fnatic can come in with, that's the big thing for them. And especially when you have a guy like Twist. I said it before, he hasn't had the best tournament so far, but he's one of the players on that server who's at his absolute best when he's playing well.
He has to come online for Fnatic to do damage.
And the fire in the belly has been there for Fnatic all week. It's definitely going to be here right now. That's not something that's going to disappear. If they can get off to a good start, if people are hitting their shots, then I definitely believe that they can make this competitive.
And another factor, it does seem like Chicago are Fnatic fans. I think that Fnatic won the cheering contest from OJ there. There you go, got some Fnatic fans in the crowd.
Everyone loves an underdog, right? And in this situation, to see them upset Astralis, who are a team who are on the path for the Intel Grand Slam, right? It's them and FaZe. At the moment, it's a 2-horse race. With these guys going toe-to-toe, Astralis are playing for more, right? You, at some point, and we hear them say it, they are going to lose, right? They are going to drop. They're not going to be able to continue to win all the tournaments, and they are human. But right here, right now, this is why I'm having such a hard time. I look at all the different things that we know about both these rosters on these maps. You weigh it up pound for pound, you put them head to head, Fnatic can't compete.
It's Dust2 though. It is a map that, Jacob, even in this tournament, you've spoken about it, saying that it doesn't require a deep strategy to succeed.
No, but it requires a lot of team play, and it requires a lot of team play, especially on the CT side, to stop the pushes. You'd think to yourself that Dust2 is not necessarily a team map during this tournament, but so far, Dust2 have been the map where the CTs have won the most CT-sided map throughout the tournament. Often it's a small sample size, it's only been played 4 times as well, but it tells you something about what it requires to be a good Dust2 team, and that is having a strong CT side. And as you said, you know, you want to play that brawly counter-strike, you want to play the 4-man rushes, the 5-man rushes, and in order to stop that as a CT, you need some good chemistry, you need some good gameplay, and you need to bank off each other, and that is exactly what Astralis does so well with the flashes, with the smokes, with everything.
Yeah, their flashes and their nade usage has been something that, Chad, you've been a big fan of for a long time. I'm sure we'll get more of that here in Chicago.
Yeah, it's just how clinical they are with it, right? They get the most out of the smallest details of the game, and that's one of the things which I definitely love about watching their play style. For both these first maps of Dust2 and Mirage, the double AWPs can come out for Fnatic. That's something which we can look to as a positive. Yeah. Twist and JW both wielding those bad boys, especially CT side of Dust2, can be very dangerous, but we know that Astralis like to do the same thing. We know that dupreeh picks it up as that secondary, so you will have Device and dupreeh. We've seen them wreak a lot of havoc before, opening up the mid doors and all that kind of jazz.
You know what that sound means, Chicago? You know it's game time. The first semi-final. Astralis, Titans of Counter-Strike clash with the new blood mixed with the old. It's Fnatic versus Astralis, a Scandinavian affair live from the Midwest. And IEM gets its first semi-final underway with Anders and Moses.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Alex. I cannot wait for this game to get started. The first semi-final. Moses, how does it feel being here in the arena?
Oh, it feels great. You guys already filling out the stands. We're loving it at the moment. And this is just poised to be incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so much history in the battle between these two teams. I really think it's going to be a fun one. And Astralis haven't looked 100%. I agree with the desk. Fnatic look like a very hungry team right now, so I definitely would not underestimate them. I think this could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, the young guys, it's all going to be about how those new young guys on Fnatic are able to kind of handle this pressure, and we've seen it at times really affect some people, and some people just don't really care. Some people brush it off and able to kind of forget the fact that they're playing in front of the crowd for the first time. So if Brolin continues the level of play that we saw from him earlier in this event, I think they can put up a real fight.
He's going to be one of the key players, and I think Pip had maybe one of the best points in the desk here, talking about Twist and how he's actually not had the best tournament yet, but if he comes online, I absolutely agree. He is an incredible player. He makes very smart choices, hard to play against. I think that could be the big X factor here for Fnatic. That could push them over the edge.
Were you surprised that the crowd was more with Fnatic than Astralis?
Yeah, I was actually very surprised. I didn't see it coming.
I was very happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, anytime you can...
Down with Astralis at all times.
All right.
There it is. There we go.
With you, Moses. You've got the crowd right there.
I've got the magic.
I think that can make a difference, you know. I would have expected it would have been a little bit, you know, favoring Astralis, but I was wrong again.
Well, I think the fun thing as well is, I mean, this is just the first semifinal. The second semifinal has FaZe taking on Team Liquid, and I'm sure we've got some Team Liquid fans in this crowd right now. To get you guys primed and ready to go for that one. That's going to be a nice duel to see who's going to make it into the finals. A couple small tech issues here with one of the computers, and then we'll be getting it underway.
Starting on Dust2 as well. I feel like if you're Fnatic, that's going to be pretty good. Even if Astralis are really good on this map, I still think that's one of those maps that will play in their favor. Like a lot of run and gun, you can take a lot of duels. I think it's going to be a nice map for them to begin with.
Fnatic's never played it with this lineup on LAN. They've never played it in a tournament setting. They have a losing record in it online in the 5 or 6 games they've played. I think they're 2 and 4 along those lines.
Online.
Nothing's looking great, is it though? I
don't know. I feel like this new, even though Dust2 is obviously, it's been remade into this version, so I guess I would still count it as a new map, but I really feel like even the best teams at it haven't really sort of got up and running, and no one's made it like their home map the way that people have over time with, you know, Nuke or Cobblestone or something like that. I feel like it's still a pretty open map in that sense.
Yeah, we're still going to figure out. Maybe this will be another good piece of the puzzle. Either way, tech issues are solved, Chicago. We're going to be going live. Fnatic taking on Astralis in your first semifinal of the Intel Extreme Masters. And here we go into the pistol.
Yes, welcome to the show, everybody. Astralis starting on the T side, Fnatic on the CT side. Sip, just a quick jump and a skip out to take long control, and Fnatic are not going to contest it. Instead, they're going to just pit Prolan down behind that truck or the car down there, which is very risky. There's just not a lot of cover here. They even have a Molotov on device. If they see him, he's going to be dead with almost no chance for a reply. He's waiting very patiently. Magus is bringing the bomb the other way. Yeah, they're going to Molotov it out. This is not good news for Prolan right now. He's thinking about it. Just doing a little bit of a hesitation there, and now he's going to go for the fight. Prolan out in the open. He's doing some damage in return, but eventually the flames will get him. And now, as a reply, JW pushing in. He's looking the wrong way. He turns around just in time, and somehow nobody goes down in that fight.
That is an awkward exchange, and more aggression coming on Catwalk. Now Twist trying to keep control of the middle of the map, and it's Magisk to go down. A great shot, and a good start for Fnatic to find the equalizer. 50 seconds left in the round, and Twist is going to stay aggressive. He feels confident after that shot.
Well, they've lost control of long, so he probably wants to hold on to it. Now, in the meantime, JW actually came back for seconds. He didn't have enough the first time around, and Device has snuck up on the A-bomb side. It's a very, very weird round. The bomb is in middle, and now they've lost Glaive down there. Crims with a headshot. They have to get rid of Twist right now, coming in from the flank, and Dupree will drop him, but one more kill for Crims. 2 on 3, and Fnatic actually have the lead. The bomb is probably going to be planted here unless they can catch Dupree. It's very close, and now it's all down to Device. Shooting away with that USP and not really connecting with the bullets. One more kills. That's a triple for Crims, and he's going to close that up with a quad kill. Brilliant round for Fnatic.
He did such a good job of keeping mid under a lot of pressure. JW with those 2 flanks, even though he doesn't end up getting a kill, that makes things very sketchy for Astralis in those lower tunnels in the upper dark area of the map. And just having 3 players dueling through those double doors at all times, no comfort for Astralis after that opening kill. Obviously, we touched on the young players from Fnatic, but Crims has been having himself quite a resurgence recently. Continuing that stellar play here with a couple nice shots right through a very narrow crack. 1-0 for Fnatic. But there's going to be a buy here for Astralis. They're coming right back into it with the new economy. It's Not going to be new for much longer, but you can see a couple AK-47s or one AK, one Galil in here out towards long. Good pressure management from Fnatic. The Molotovs forcing away any attack.
Yeah, this is very aggressive as a second round for Astralis. Obviously, it gives them the chance to steal the game right back in their favor if they can pick it up. They are going to be very low on utility. I'm kind of in shock that they have as much as they have. I guess the CSAT 75 there on SIP is going to give them the smoke and the Molotov, but those grenades, maybe especially the Molotov, will make a big difference if they can breach the B bomb site and hold on to it in the alpha plant. I think that's a smart choice right now.
It's very different from the pistol round. Fnatic has nobody watching mid. It's JW and Crims glancing at it from their respective bomb sites. So a large open portion of this map is available to Astralis. They can get mid, they can get up catwalk for free essentially. And Fnatic just playing a pretty standard defense here on Dust2 for the moment.
Just Crims, he can take a peek down there. It's hard for him to fall back if they rush him, but he's going to go and take a look. That mid smoke usually signals that it's going to be some sort of B pressure. He's going to fall back into the bomb site. Now, JW has got a UMP long range. I don't know if he can take this fight against the whole Astralis team. I mean, that's going to be very tricky. They even have a Molotov to get rid of him if they spot him early on. 30 seconds on the clock, and they should be going finally. It's very slow. That mid-smoke has kind of gone away by now, so I'm not sure why Astralis are that slow. Jumping down into CT spawn, JW. Gonna peek in at the corner of the set. The flashbang setup was beautiful for them, but he can't pick up the kill, and now Exist needs to either fall back or get a kill really quickly because he's in trouble behind this. Bomb goes down, and Dupree gonna get that kill on Exist. It's looking great right now for the Danes.
Roland, it's his turn, and he actually gets the dink, but Device shuts him down, and I think all that's left is for Crims and Twist to save these weapons. JW just didn't have anything to fight with. The one flashbang from Brolin did what it could. Doesn't keep Astralis blind for long enough. And even Twist is certainly going to go down. Glaive is close up, especially if he's double scoped. He's not even going to see it coming. Inches away from death.
We'll see. Twist. A little bit of a parting kill, and actually follows it up. That's not bad at all. Doing some damage. They will eventually lose that rifle, but it's a job well done anyway. I actually think, I wonder if they were sort of almost trying to steal something that MIBR have been trying to do on this map, where you throw that mid-smoke on CT spawn, you expect them to boost on the box behind the smoke to look over it, and then you jump one or two people down from catwalk to shoot them in the back. That's something that I know Janko was trying to have work when it was reintroduced this map, and I actually think it's a great idea.
It is a very cool idea. It's also just going to condition the Fnatic defense in the future to be worried about those smokes if it continues to be there, and you never know where the attack is going to come from. Fnatic go right back into it. Scout on Twist, pistols on JW, Exist, and Brolin. That's a nice tag as damage is exchanged, and actually long control is going to be tough for Fnatic to fight for with just these pistols, and eventually they're going to go down. The UMP from Glaive doing work, but finally Brolin able to respond. Twist is here as well late. That could catch him off guard, but Brolin needs to survive. Now he's gone.
Why were they blocking each other in that doorway, Moses? What's going on? I think Glaive wanted to get back while reloading the UMP, and the rest of the team were like, no, you're going. no retreating.
I don't think they really could decide where they wanted to go with that one. Regardless, Fnatic just keeps throwing bodies, and unfortunately, the most powerful weapon they had, the M4 on Crims, didn't even have time to get involved. He's getting flanked, and it's all down to timing, and it's not going to be with him. Free kill for Device. Free upgrade, so an early victory for Astralis. 2-1, and they have control of the economy, so now they can breathe easier for a round or two.
Yeah, well worth it for a minute here. It's a quick pause before we get back into round number 4. Yeah, so I think the teams are going to be pretty quick to adjust to the pace of this new economy. So whereas normally maybe this would have been a big deal for Fnatic to lose that round, I think they know they can get back into it quick themselves and probably have a chance to do the same on the second half as well. So mentally, they should be able to adjust to this, I think.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right. The question is going to become, I mean, strategically, are they going to be able to handle Astralis? They did it on the pistol round. They find a really good solution there to be able to crunch in towards mid, but now you see they got exploited in middle the following round. They've been exploited now out towards long once. So it is going to be the question of whether strategically they're going to be able to make the right decisions on top of all those other players individually going to stack up on this stage. Should be an easy round for Astralis. Glaive just going to rush down mid. He's got player on either side. He might get one, but he's surely going to go down, and actually doesn't commit to it. He gets forced away. It's going to be Twist again, aggressive on catwalk, but can't land those shots. The B bomb site is lost meanwhile, so this will be an Astralis round.
If he had overcommitted to that, it would have been a free UMP that they could have picked up. Meg is clearly the one to pick up the SG553 first. I mean, he was actually one of the people using it before the changes, so...
I'm gonna say, he's a real hipster. He was using it before it was cool, so I mean, he's gonna be super happy. And I don't know how they didn't find JW, but he gets a cheeky kill on Device.
Device was confused, wasn't he? It's like, where am I being shot from?
Damn silencer.
3-1. It's really, really early on in the semifinals, so like I said, no real reason for Fnatic to panic too much. But it'll be an interesting test now to see what they could do with the rifles all picked up.
Decent utility as well. I think, though, the one obviously the missing, I know they mentioned on the desk, double op setup would be nice for them to eventually get out. Not yet able to even afford one. Vice narrowly missing a pick down. That op, Chicago is going to find out, sounds and feels very different inside of an arena.
Yeah, it's a nice base to it, doesn't it?
Look at this aggression. Even Exists going to follow it up. That needs to be a win, but he's put Dupree back. That's the entry fragger, and Exists, he already knows if, they've already exchanged fire, don't try and retake that peak. Astralis surely going to be watching the angle. And Dupree may be calling out for the op to be put in his hands so he can stay far back, and actually it's going to be the UMP.
So not quite following the law, are they? Low health player on UMP. Got Brolin sneaking up. Exist gonna be up in that A-bomb site. I think he's just trying to see if he can get the right timing on the smoke and the flashbang. Just the aggression from Fnatic have kind of slowed Astralis down a lot. And it should, because they never know if someone's gonna flank in from that mid, so slightly uncomfortable position for them.
And they have Dupree with that low HP on the flank. Sitting out, not even going to want to be involved in the action. That's kind of a dangerous battle through the smoke, and now it all clears. Astralis has plenty of nades to refresh that and get the cross in. On the other hand, Fnatic has absolutely nothing to work with. This has just got to be a Herculean effort. And Exist in the bomb site, he's going to be so susceptible to the AWP. There's the swing out wide, he needs that. Not going to get it.
Yeah, that's a big problem. 27 seconds. They're going to make the cross and pick up the bomb. And no real chance to run through that Molotov. Sip is going to get the bomb plant down, and Fnatic need to think about what they want to do. Dupree's been holding the back for the whole time, so they know no one's going to show up here. They're pretty much in a great position right now, Astralis. They even have one more Molotov on Dupree if it's needed. He could probably run out long and just throw it on the bomb. But they're going to back off already. Fnatic wanting to save the rifles. That's going to be one more round for Astralis. They're looking fresh early on here on the semi-final day.
It's a really simple move from Astralis as well. The aggression on Catwalk early on in that round that to put Dupree so low that you kind of realize a play like that is going to take at least two people to provide the cover and the information for the safety. So why not just go take long? Chances are it's the two A players. You take a calculated risk and you gain so much ground. 4-1 now for Astralis as the bomb goes off.
Yeah, I almost want to see what would have happened that round if Twist had got that early aggression kill and just, they would have started 4 versus 5. I still feel like that was a worthwhile attempt for them to try and go for that. Just this time it didn't really pay off.
Absolutely. I mean, another time, gets a little bit luckier. He probably finds that kill and they have a man advantage. 3 M4 saved by Fnatic in the round, but they're not going to buy up around it. Maybe that just signals they want to get the ops out. I believe they need it. It's challenging out towards long, and they don't have the angle. The nades are going to force him back, and now they can swing wider over towards pit. 4 defenders for Fnatic to start this round at long A.
High priority part of the map for Fnatic. I mean, you can draw people back as they are after that initial take of it, so I guess that's fine. Sip holding long, Meg is holding in upper dark, and the rest are working middle as best they can, clearing out the part of Catwalk, the early part of it. Which is pretty common here for the T side.
Twist is going to be in some trouble if he goes into that bomb site. Surely Molotovs, there's 4 of them left for Astralis on the attack, and he'll be forced into the open. He's the only one really committed as well to that A bomb site. JW just on the boxes, so Twist is in the tough spot of having to worry about long A and Catwalk. For now, though, Astralis, with all this control, they can pretty much do whatever they want. Slowly now going to start applying pressure on middle, making Fnatic second guess exactly their setup.
Good grenade on the left-hand side. That does allow you to walk a little bit in. Crims, yeah, he must be feeling lonesome right now. If this mid defense at the CT spawn does not work out, he's alone against 3 or 4 people. Nice setup there. Brolin just crouching in with the C-set 75, and Existence ready to stand up. He can look over that box if he needs to. Crims inside though. 3 people coming for him, and he's actually going to fall back out. Brolin picking up 1 more kill. Solid defense in the middle of Crims. Oh, he needed a headshot. This can still go badly. 3 versus 5, but the B bomb side is very hard to retake. 3 of them gonna come up the stairs towards Sip, and they shut him down. Twist with a great kill. Now, this should be their round.
Oh, but Device is in the back, and you can do so much damage from here. You can see he can hide from the follow-up players. He gets another one. And Astralis, a 2-on-5, and they finish it off.
They had it all lined up, Moses. They just needed to take it.
You're not going to get anything more perfect than that for Fnatic, and to still get shut down, this is crushing. How do you flush Device out of this spot? This shot right here, that's the saving grace. He even gets dinked down very, very low, but it's just too safe, and there's too much cover for him to duck behind. Fnatic had no tools to flush him out in the open.
If they would have had a Molotov on Fnatic, Crims, if he had one out there, he could have just burned him out of that corner. They just didn't. Now that is heartbreaking if you're on the Fnatic team, that's for sure. JW finally has picked up an AWP. Twist has one as well, so this is that double AWP setup that the desk was talking about as a potential solution for Fnatic. And right now they need it.
Well, the nightmare would be if it doesn't work, what do you turn to then as Fnatic? A lot of money invested in this round in this kind of a purchase. Brolin is going to get tested as well. The only player here towards long A. Deep smoke in. Zipnik's going to come through it, and what a great win. Brolin certainly felt like he had the advantage there, and Zipnik finds a perfect timing.
Yeah, it seems like he should have been dead walking through the smoke, but this time he's just fine. JW going to win the battle against Device. His aim was just a little bit low, I think, and couldn't get the flick in time. That's a very critical kill.
You still have to solve if you're Fnatic this problem of long A. You haven't been able to stop it yet. You don't have the utility either, and the AWP on JW and Twist. They're both going to be smoked off if this hit eventually does come in. Now it's fast-paced, the boost up is coming, and it's going to get there just in time.
Yeah, that's the last second boost. JW out on long, missing one flick. They're getting very close. He's going to shut down Glaive. Doesn't get the next flick, and it looked like that did connect. Dupree will take his face off, but the follow-up from Twist. Dupree just hitting a lot of shots with that AK-47, and that locks it in a 2-on-2. Exist really close here, 18 seconds. He's got him locked in behind the car. He can shoot right through, but Sip is going to come help out his teammate, and now it's Crims. Long range, taking down Dupree. Finally, Sip is holding it, and he's going to win the battle. So many close, 2v2s, 1v1s, and when they all go in the favor of Astralis, the Swedes are going to have a lot of trouble bringing it back.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, it's all Dupree that round. Those are the two critical kills on the AWPers. Yeah, JW gets one, Twist gets one as well, but as soon as they take that shot, Dupree just has them locked into that position waiting for the repeat. The fact he's able to take those out before they can do more than just one kill is so impressive. So important for Astralis to get into that bomb site. Gotta be frustrating for Fnatic, down 1-6.
Definitely starting off a very tricky game for the Swedish side. Not least because of the economy, but also, as you can tell, some of those close positions. That one round where Crims gets the kill in the middle and they end up at a 3v5, I think it was, or 2v5 even at the end. That's going to hurt looking back on the first half here.
Well, this is where you get the nerves involved as well. That round turns into a one-on-one, right? And Brolin's got to be thinking, oh, if I had just been able to get that kill on Zipnik at the start of the round, that could have been the changer, that one frag that would have got us the win a little bit earlier. Crims with a deagle, gonna take a fight, just a straight up duel. Long range, and Magisk falls. Crims is down to 16 health. They've got a long way to go still. More aggression coming on Catwalk next though. Twist is considering turning the corner, and actually if Glaive just walks in, this could be a knockout. That smoke is perfectly timed.
Almost looked like he wanted to try and push behind it. Twist has got down into the middle. The timing is really good. It's very unfortunate there's another teammate there. Exist picking up, I think, his first kill of the map, so got him on the board as well. Glaive ready for JW.
Slow down the aggression. You have what you want. Crims in the sight. Oh, he's actually tagged Glaive up, and Glaive knows perfectly where it is, but Crims still wins the fight. Double kill for him. Zipnik's and a 1-on-3. We know what he can do. He's got a minute to play with, and he has the bomb, and I mean, Fnatic has no idea where he is, so a couple advantages towards Zipnik's, even in a 1 versus 3.
Did he spot him? No, not quite yet. Exist right down behind those doors. That's a lot of spray through. He's gonna get him as well. Headshot through the door, the very last bullet. That's so ridiculous. Now there's a path into the A-bomb site. He has a smoke and a Molotov. If he puts the bomb down and they try and retake from Catwalk, those 2 grenades are going to be massive.
Crims is pretty frozen. He's on low HP. He doesn't want to get into engagement. He wants Brolin to find out exactly where Xyp9x is. It's going to be to the A-bomb site. And Anders, I think Xyp9x is going to win this one. He's got a lot of tools to use. This is going to be really tough, especially for Crims with low health to get into a good fight.
Oh no, it's going to be just his toes showing, isn't it? It does fall off the angle. Otherwise, that would have been a very hard way to go. Ticking slowly away. No kit on either of the Fnatic players right now. They need to be very fast if they want a chance at this. It's a 1-on-3, but as you said in the beginning, Sip is well known for taking these. Crims making a bit of noise, and now it's down to Brolin. 1 versus 1. He's got the grenade, he's still got the Molotov. He's just gonna shot throw it right on the bomb, and headshot to follow. 1 versus 3, and Sip will shut it down.
What can you do? Perfectly played from Xyp9x again. It's almost starting to lose some of its excitement because you can just feel it coming. He's that good.
Yeah, the clutch minister picking it up.
This is great. Knows the utility as well. That's a tough fight for Crims with low health. But just the follow-up, even if he doesn't get this kill, yeah, I think that Molotov might even just save the day anyways. I don't think there was a chance after that. Double up set up again on JW and Twist, and ooh, just as he gets unblind, both ops ring out. 1 towards long, 1 towards Catwalk. Quickly a 5-on-3.
This is why the desk was pointing this out and saying that's probably going to be a key play for them here. Now they need to stay safe though. No more challenging JW. Well, Cree thought he was dead already. Slowed down for a minute. 4 versus 3 is still not bad at all. But they need to find a way to play around the bomb sites now and be a little bit more defensive.
I think the tough part is Crims is just going to be on his own. Astralis has readjusted so quickly. This is going to be much faster paced than what Fnatic is used to in this game. Exist needs to come through the smoke, but he's worried. Crims over the top, he's been spotted. That's dirty. That's not even fair. And into the bomb site we go for Astralis.
What a ridiculous shot to hit. I can't believe he just did that. Exist now up in the window. Just needs to sneak in a kill, but Device will take him down instead. Astralis right now, they're taking everything from Fnatic. Brolin and Twist can try and get him 1 more kill. That Molotov doing a fair bit to Device, and he's just hoping for an opening before that bomb goes down. Device finally going to be able to put it in. A little bit of a flashbang to help as he's doing it, but how do you break back into this bomb site? They've got a smoke, I guess. Maybe.
Short smoke just to protect Brolin to come in through the door, but he hasn't really fooled with it just yet. I'm not even sure if they want to go for this. They seem to be second guessing, but Device has a new angle. That's going to be an easy kill. He's giving him the time, and there's Dupree. Another huge advantage round for Fnatic. The double up delivered them 2 frags in the opening seconds, and they can't close it out.
There's a scary trio of players right now on the Astralis team that are doing really well. Sip, Dupree, and Device all at 9 kills, so it's not even down to some ridiculous individual performance. They're just playing a pretty good game right now.
When you think about it as well, I mean, Xyp9x, the best closer we have in Counter-Strike. Dupree, probably one of the best entry fraggers we have in Counter-Strike right now. They've got all portions of the round, you know, kind of solved at the moment. Especially for a Fnatic that you're starting to see some of the inexperience, not only in the players, but on this map in general. Dust2 isn't one of the stronger ones in the early timeline of this lineup.
Oh, God. 1 health left. Device happy to exchange a couple of shots. Turning around for the kill, and he's going to clean this up very easily. It's a triple for him early on. Somehow JW got that kill with 1 health. Guess that is not bad.
That helps when you hit him in the head. Just a good dink, and actually look how so low. There are so many Astralis players ready to go down, and it's just unfortunate that they're not able to clean those up. JW 1 HP, as you said, AK-47 in hand, but he's got Xyp9x watching this cross as well, and that's the 1 player with HP on the Astralis side. They're being ruthless as well. They're going to hunt this gun down, even with players at low HP, even not with the best economy in the world. They would love to find that kill, and they're going to get it.
What is he doing?
He's just showing off. It's not even fair.
He is just showing off. He's got that little smug smile, doesn't he?
Little robot grin.
Yeah. 9-1 in favor of Astralis. I was really hoping that this map would, you know, play a little bit more, even if they haven't really played it on LAN Fnatic. Still just the basic nature of this map. I was hoping that they could embrace the aim battles and win some of them a little bit earlier on. They sort of did that, you know, 2 rounds ago. They got a 5 versus 3, and then they can't hold on to it. Oh, Twist, that's scary. He picks up the kill anyway, taking down Dupree. That is a Dust2 classic if I've ever seen one.
And it's so cool that they have the players that are able to do these kind of things, but you need to be able to close these rounds out. That's where they've struggled. They've had plenty of advantages, never any of the finishing. Another 5-on-3, and if they let this one slip, that would just be an absolute disaster. I don't think there's recovery from that in this map. Fnatic still have a chance to claw themselves enough rounds on this defense to be able to put up a fight.
Even if you trade kills all the way through in a 5 versus 3, you're still going to come out on top, no problem. So just set up for that kind of scenario. Make sure nobody can get picked off easily without anyone being able to return it. Twist could have got caught transitioning on behind the car there, but he's in a position. Going to be a great kill taking down Device. They wanted to see if they could grenade him out, but oh, Flick, not quite connecting. He's trying to make himself very small. He's done a lot of damage already in this round and almost got that one very close. Now he's going to walk out of the fire and he will get caught, but 40 seconds, 2-on-4. Things should still be fine. Surely, Moses, there's no way, right?
Surely. We'll see. Glaive and Zip next to cross, smokes down. Nice wall, spam coming through, and they've got Brolin up on Catwalk. Exist needs to be careful, he's almost caught. Glaive has the bomb. There is Molotovs on Brolin. He can drop one into the bomb site, but actually that one, no, Exist, he's gonna be able to find the kill. That's perfect, that slows things down. Glaive wanted to get one more frag before planting, and Zipnik's out in the open. The spray continues. Fnatic on the board again. Their first round since the opening round.
Yeah, they took a quick little 9-round timeout before they wanted to get back into it. So hopefully they're feeling refreshed.
It's, ooh, that's not bad. Yeah, I think also maybe just spotting him some rounds, saying we have him right where we want him.
Yeah, giving them that false sense of security.
I mean, the problem is Fnatic has actually done a really good job in this half of putting themselves in good positions, but they just haven't been closing it out, and that's really tough to deal with. But at the same time, you want to keep doing what you're doing, right? Now that you have this double op setup, now that you're able to bring it into another round, keep them aggressive. Let Twist make those plays like he did in like this one right here. Let him find you those opening kills. Just do much, much better in the mid round of making sure Astralis never faces just one person at a time.
See if they could do it here, continue in round number 12. This isn't really over. I think if Fnatic can get up to 5 rounds in this first half, it's going to be a little bit more interesting. I do think they're going to be better on the T side anyway. They just need to lay that foundation here in the first half, make sure they have a buffer in case they lose the pistol. Just fight for the late game as Exist does go down. That's very aggressive. Glaive running the whole distance.
It's the first time they've used that kind of speed up towards Catwalk, and obviously Exist have the same idea, but just gets beat to the corner by Glaive. A nice flashbang as well as Glaive turns the corner. Exist had no chance whatsoever. Now look what this does to the defense. It's going to put more pressure on Twist. He has to think about supporting Brolin towards long, but he also has to be in position towards Catwalk if they're going to mount any kind of a defense here at the A-bomb site.
They're both going to fall back down to long. You can do this, I mean, you can, but the problem is now that you can plant, I mean, this is not really a new feature, but now that you can plan towards Catwalk, which you weren't always able to do, having long control doesn't actually secure everything you need. It can still be a bit risky.
What it basically means is when they go towards the A-bomb site, when they eventually do hit this, Twist needs to be there to at least pick 1, maybe 2 off to really alleviate a lot of the pressure on the retake. If Astralis is able to get the bomb planted with all 5 players alive,
it's also the fact that none of the lone players have grenades to block off Catwalk in the retake, so I don't know, there are a lot of gaps in this defense here. Obviously, the bomb is going to be going down.
As ridiculous as it seems, I think Fnatic's just going to call for a save here. Crims and JW aren't even moving out of the B bomb site. I think they're just going to give this one up.
Man, that's a pretty early concession of that round. I'm not sure if I kind of want them to fight for it a little bit more.
It's too late. They can't fight for it from these positions. And oh, that's a great shot from Twist. And unfortunately, he's going to go for more. But there's just no option to continue battling towards the bomb site because, as you know, his other teammates are just so far back. If you were going to fight for that round, you had to have Twist in position to pick players off running out of Catwalk.
Yeah, but he made the decision not to do that, like almost immediately.
Very early on.
They get a kill on Device. I'm not sure that helps them too much at the moment. Still danger. Back down, Crims pick up 1 kill and the rest are going to be safe. So at least the save call is working. 10-2 here.
You can't call for too many more saves in this game, though, if you actually want to be able to fight for it going into the second half. You need more rounds on the board for Fnatic. They do drop an M4 over, so they have another very, very good buy. The money on Astralis on the other side isn't all that great. Xyp9x obviously has tons of it. Dupree's pretty nice, but Fnatic, if they can rattle off a couple in a row, they might find an easier 15th round. But you have to get there first, and JW, he's flashed off the angle. Look at Crims. Oh, all the way up catwalk, he's rushing it.
Taking matters into his own hands. One of the best players we have in this game, and he's almost going to get sandwiched. The timing is pretty good, but now he has to fall back in. I'm not sure if he can yet. He knew there was going to be someone in T-spawn. Dupree will get the revenge frag, but even falling back through middle is very dangerous in that moment. Like, there's almost no safe options.
He was trying to juke the death cam, to be honest with you. Have Xyp9x say he's fallen back and then go for a wider angle than expected, but either way, Dupree puts an end to any of those thoughts. Still 2 AWPs, one on catwalk for Fnatic and one over in middle. But it's silence across the map as Astralis patiently waits for any more aggression.
Yeah, they want to see if Fnatic are going to make one more mistake. And Fnatic have tried to push Upper Dark a little bit late in the round, so it makes sense. Now they're going to give up on catwalk and come walking back. 3 men defending. This could actually be very good for the Swedish side. Might have a real chance of getting a third round. Twist. Oh, the timing. He's going to walk around. He turns for it. And JW's there as well. Somehow, they win the fight in spite of the very poor timing. Great frag from JW on top of it. That makes all the difference. 25 seconds. And Megis, well, not much to fight for. And even though they have a bank, he himself actually is only at 2,200. So that's a great headshot. Oh man, this 553 is so ridiculous. 10 seconds though, and he's surely going to get caught running down. One more headshot. I cannot believe it. JW takes him down, but that's so scary.
That's so disgusting as well. Those are huge kills to get. There's no money on the Fnatic side. That takes away, I mean, Twist can buy an AWP, JW can drop one, but that takes out all their money. And again, there's not a whole lot of rounds left in this half. That is a very timely spin and a couple of nice kills from JW, but I think the more impressive stuff is that magic work right at the end. And actually does great things for them. Fnatic slowly getting themselves back into it to something at least respectable. Timing shot isn't going to land, and so many nades bombed over that wall. Any defender out towards long is going to be tough or hard-pressed to not get blind.
I don't blame them for not trying to fight that angle. Not really worth it to lose the round if you lose the fight, and that pretty much is what happens when you've got that many people there.
This is going to be a contact play out long for Astralis. They're just going to walk up, maybe throw some late smokes, but regardless, it's going to be at a timing that Fnatic isn't ready for.
You can tell, Brolin, he can hear them on the other side now, but this is incredibly early. 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock, and they're going to try and improvise this boost. They might boost right into 3 or 4 people. Great lineup, though. They're going to get a headshot on Sip. That buys them some space to work with, and it also delays the bomb plant a bit. More of the Fnatic team can start to get there. Crims is still in B, but now he's finally going to get called over. Bomb will go down. Only 2 smokes left on Astralis here, and no Molotovs. Fnatic, they've had so many close rounds where they've been up in a man advantage. Now it's time to change it and actually win it. Roland goes down. Device following up. 1 more kill. Big double here for the Danish Opera. And they're finally going to get one in return. As Glaive drops, it's a 3-on-3, but they need to be really quick about this one. Only JW has a kit. If he dies somewhere open with it, that's going to be very bad. Crims, 1 kill. He goes down, and now it's on Meg. He's spraying, and that's the bomb, and that's another headshot. Taking it down. Twist. Didn't even need the headshot, I think. That's going to be 1 more round. Again, a 4 versus 5. And Astralis, they're crushing them right now on Dust2.
I mean, a lot of the strength of that is Device behind that car with the AWP. Even on top of it, he's just so good at his fight selection. That one's a bit lucky, but following it up from there, it's all good. Device is able to just get 2 crucial kills, and as his teammates are able to get into more action surrounding him, Fnatic once again shut down on the retake.
Three-round buffer, Moses. If you lose the pistol in the next half, you don't even get to do anything, do you?
No, you really don't. So Fnatic need this round, fighting with just pistols. Twist again, aggressive on catwalk. We've seen this a couple times, and it's actually had some really good results. Question is, when does he find his timing to go peek down? He's waiting for contact from Brolin. He's got Exist behind him as well. This round will be dictated in middle if there's an engagement here.
Crouching right underneath. Now they're kind of ready for it. Oh, knocking it out. Needs 1 more dink. can't fall back, and they're both gonna die. I mean, I don't even know.
That is the worst Carnival game to be playing.
Yeah, pretty rough consequences if you lose, isn't it?
Well, that's going to be the 12th round for Astralis. This is going to be nearly impossible for Fnatic to get back into. Bomb being planted at A. It's being planted for long as well, and now the utility usage. Crims just has to help JW get involved, but there's no chance. This has been actually, I mean, said it a number of times, there's been so many cool stuff for Fnatic, so many close rounds, but this has been all Astralis.
Yeah, they've just won so many clutches. 12-3 in the first half in favor of Astralis. That's a pretty strong scoreline.
That is a very dominant half, and I'm not sure what Fnatic is going to be able to do into the second half. But either way, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we'll see if Fnatic has it in them to make a comeback. Stay with us.
Welcome back, Chicago. It is Astralis versus Fnatic here, a best-of-3 semi-finals at IEM. And so far, Astralis have looked incredible here on Dust2. 12-3 in their favor. I don't know what's going to stop them now. Fnatic, they need to be a whole different team here for the second half.
They really do, and it's going to be hard. I mean, they've had so much adversity just in the sense of what they've been able to give themselves and then fail in the end. So, I mean, they're going to have to overcome all of that as well. We'll see if they've got it in them. It obviously starts here onto this pistol round. They won the pistol in the first half, if you can believe that, and still just got blown out of the server.
Look at Astralis pushing in through the middle, just aggressing right into Fnatic's territory. They're going to do a bit of damage and also take a lot on the Vice, and eventually they'll cancel that bit of aggression there. But that's a powerful way to play the pistol round.
But there's a lot of pressure being applied by Fnatic over towards these A bomb site. Device is the only one actually in the site, and he's low. Look how aggressive Xyp9x is out in the open. Oh, that's a big win. Just as he falls back, and now here come Fnatic, but Xyp9x is holding it all by himself. Glaive to chime in with Device, and that door got shut so fast.
It's almost like once you hit that first USP headshots, more just accumulate behind it. It's like you can miss a lot of shots, but once that first one's in,
start feeling the weapon, you're like, I know how it works.
Party time.
Yep.
Well, if it wasn't already looking bad, Moses, now, I don't want to say it's the final nail in the coffin, but, you know.
It feels like it could be for this map. You know, there's going to be one buy for Fnatic where they really have a chance it'll come in the next round. They didn't get a plant, so they have to save everything this time. And I mean, Astralis just wants to deliver a knockout punch. Between the aggression of the pistol round and the aggression right here from Glaive, they want to just mentally shatter Fnatic. And I think even Glaive has been spotted out.
He has been spotted, but without the armor, how do you get him out of this position? He's actually locked in from 3 different angles right now, but a little bit of a surprise. Oh man, it's like they left him there for bait. Nice improvisation from the Astralis side, and Glaive is going to win that fight as well. Oh my god, why not? Why not?
Well, any questions about Astralis looking a bit shaky over in Copenhagen, looking a bit shaky in the group stage here? I think they're going to start fixing those issues pretty quickly.
Feeling more at home maybe on the big stage here. Feel like they can really give it all. 14-3. If you're Fnatic, you're not even going to feel like you had a chance to properly warm up in the first map. It's going to be over so quickly.
The map that's gonna feel like it went by very fast as well. Good kill from JW. Dupree, not ready for that. Device up next on Catwalk. Glaive out towards long on his own. And no indication where Fnatic wants this to end. It's this ult from Device that can be the biggest thorn in their side at the moment.
Taking a bit of a forward angle, not afraid that someone's going to peek him close. I mean, if he dies, then there's no more defense over at that A bomb site, really. A classic tower that they've built down here behind the doors, flashbang to set it up. Even blind, they still get it, and JW, he's going to get one in return. A little shot, yeah, the grenades are follow-up just in case. 4 versus 3, and Fnatic not out of the woods yet.
They've still got to deal with Magisk over in this B bomb site. Smoke covering at the moment. He's playing aggressively, going to drop a Molotov just to buy himself a little bit more time. Still 50 seconds on the clock. Fire's going to start disappearing right around 47, which gives them a free avenue into this bomb site. And here they come. Magisk got caught a 1-on-3.
No chance at all. Nice peek there from Twist. And Device, yeah, he's just so far away. And that was nicely handled from Fnatic. They slowed it down just enough that they weren't sort of panicked by some of those early aggressive play from Astralis, and they managed to close it out just fine. Get the AW. Oh, Twist out for a hunt. Double kill for him, and a 4th round on the board for the Swedes. Give me a forecast here for a potential comeback, Moses. What is it shaping up to be?
You're going to have JW with this AWP is going to have to be very impressive, just because we know Device is going to do some work, and we know Astralis is going to have great setups. So you're going to need guys like JW with the AWP, and Twist, the young guy. Brolin needs to come alive. At this point, down this much, there's no real recipe. You're just going to hope and pray that someone goes nuts.
Ooh, not bad. Destroying that boost before it even got off the ground. It's nicely done. Does that take some pressure off you though, when you feel like, well, you know what, there's no wrong or right, so we're gonna have that much pressure on us?
It'll be things like this from Twist. It definitely takes the pressure off the young guy. He's performing actually very, very well. 17 kills for him, 17 and 15. JW on 14. That was one of the question marks, is the younger guys. Now Brolin is struggling a little bit, is, I believe, first stage match. 5 and 16 for him. They'll need that to change. Definitely going into map 2, and definitely here on this opening map if they want to make the comeback happen.
How are you down 10 rounds and still out fragging Astralis? That doesn't seem reasonable. It's a good job on Twist. Spending during some of the earlier stages, he was definitely struggling a little bit. Dupree being annoying with the scout. He knows they're going to come for him anyway. Might as well just continue to fight. And he's only going to get the 1 kill. Fnatic with the 5th round, and I'm hearing the audience, you know, start to come alive a little bit here for Fnatic.
They just want something to cheer for.
Yeah?
And there's just something.
I like the idea of backing up this Fnatic team. I think it's been a great story for the Swedes so far. And just in general, sort of, you know, rebuilding Swedish Counter-Strike's been happening for a while now.
Much like, you know, the comparison to LDLC would be rebuilding the French scene. We know that scene's been in some turmoil, and them showing some good things is obviously promising. Fnatic as well with this newer lineup has had some cool showings, some interesting showings, and finding themselves very early on in their time together in a semi-final at an Intel Extreme Masters.
Yeah, that's actually already a pretty impressive result if you just look at it like that, but you run into Astralis, you know it's trouble, especially when they're playing like this. Grenade on Sip, and does get out of the fire, but only to run into a bullet. I don't know.
He had a couple shots though. He missed all of them, but he did have them.
Didn't buy the bullets for nothing, is what you're saying.
Here we go, Fnatic moving up into the bomb site. All 5 players at long, being mindful of the flank. Dupree is coming. He won't be able to get there in time, but there is a stack. We saw Fnatic do this exact one.
Yeah, they stacked for the grenade, and they both took a lot of damage, and the Molotov will eat them eventually. These towers that they've been building all over the place on Astralis, they're kind of getting knocked down, aren't they? Dupree now, it's going to be 1 versus 5, and I don't know, maybe he could find an exit kill if he's really good.
Listen, you can win this game, Fnatic, if you just have these 2 players. If you're having Twist and JW do well. JW with the op to give you a pick and provide some mid-round kills once in a while, and then if Twist can just find you openings. It's not going to happen every time, but you have the recipe. You have a couple players playing well enough to buy time for the rest of the players to really switch on into the game.
Almost like a, you know, not quite a victory, but something that'll help you into map number 2, just to give the team a feeling. Because as you said, it's weird when you're playing a game like this and you're losing. It really, at the end of it, you really can feel like, how did time pass so quick? Where?
It is a very odd sensation. Device now with the ult back in his hands on the defense. He's going to have that in towards middle. Nades from the defense ringing in towards long cave, so Crims can't get aggressive.
I think he sensed those grenades coming and thought, you know, I'm not going to go for it. Follows up after they've all been thrown out and shutting down Sip. I love this. Crims and Twist earlier. If they can keep playing aggressive like this, he's going to win the battle against Flame as well. He tried for the flick. This is still well worth it. Device gets 1 in return. JW hoping the attention would be down at long and trying to push Catwalk.
Now, if you're Fnatic, you know there's 2. There's 1 at A and there was 1 long. Now you can see how quickly Brolin and Twist have headed into the B tunnels. They want to attack this bomb site where they know there's likely just the 1 defender, but they need to hurry it up. Magisk has already rotated the CT spawn. He's going to be here quick, and if Dupree is any kind of an obstacle, they're going to be in trouble. Here they come, turn to the corner, and Dupree was looking away for a flashbang that didn't come. They have access, but Magisk going for the heroics, and he's forced away. Nade is going to come out. Oh, and he's so lucky to be alive.
Oh my god, though, Device, that was Exist trying to cross. Taking him down, the bomb has been picked up again. I think it's right in the door, yeah, there we go.
Matt just saved that grenade just to blow up the bomb planter, and can he get it done? That would be huge if he can delay this.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. Meg is gonna be over right on top of Brolin. It lands on his neck, and now it's Twist. Once he's been spotted here by the car, it's gonna be trouble. Device sneaking in from the other angle. He's got the AWP, there's Twist getting 1. Device creeping in, already scoped up, and Twist knows it, jumping on top, but Device will take him down. And that's gonna be a 15th round for Astralis. What was that? Was that another 5 versus 3, I think?
It was something mental. As it's down at the end, it was, I think, a 4-on-3 at a certain point. But either way, I mean, Device is just so good in this scenario. Even Twist knows he has to be aggressive. He tries to change where he's standing, jumping up on the box just to kind of fool Device's pre-aim, but it's not good enough. I think the real beauty in that round is Magisk saving that HE grenade till he hears the bomb being planted, so he knows exactly where the planter is.
What a disgusting shot from Device. That flick through the door, even flicking to get the headshot, not that it's needed. Yeah, that's gonna take, I think, all the hope out of Fnatic. Now they're fighting for overtime instead. Would need to win 9 in a row. JW will take down Device, though. Good fight to be winning it long, so they've got that going for them. They've got to go back and check and make sure that no one is being aggressive in middle from the Danish side, so that all makes sense right now.
I have to feel like Fnatic, this game, has actually had the advantage in terms of opening kills and opening duels. It feels like they've had so many rounds where they've, you know, been up 5-on-4. We've seen 5-on-3s. Still losing them multiple times. Pop flash through the smoke. 3 against the wall. He's gonna go down. Nice adjustment from Twist. Again, another 5-on-3.
It's hard to feel very confident now in these 5 versus 3s, given what you said. They have lost a fair bit of them now. 2 versus 5s, though, Moses. That's where it's at.
That's where you start doing a little bit better, and great job from Exist.
Just a 1 versus 5.
Yeah. Now you're starting to feel pretty good.
Just still, for safety, bring the bomb to the other side anyway. It's going to be a Twist to take care of him.
You're just happy it's not Zipnix to that point. Like, we can handle Device. Device is fine.
A 7th round for Fnatic. And maybe a chance here. The Danish economy is looking very bad indeed. They're going to be picking up, they might just force into the round just because they're going to be double saving anyway, so I guess that makes a little bit of sense. How many HEs though? 3 of them? Are they gonna try and grenade long? It's always fun to try that. Let's see, Moses. Let's see how cruel the world is gonna be for Fnatic. Throwing them in right on top. That does bring 3 people kind of low. Could have been better, but still, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Especially when you have the scout on Dupree, a couple players to maybe just one shot, the Deagles and CZs as well. You put yourself in a position to clean up a lot of kills. Fnatic need an opening. There it is. JW's gonna provide. Jump up and Crims. The follow-up. He reads the next play. Fnatic slowly creeping back, but still can't be too hopeful yet. You look at the scoreboard, 7 to 15, about to be 8 to 15, but they still just don't have a single mistake to give.
That's a nice drive by Moses. Taking down Crims. All for show. Obviously, the round is going to be lost here for Astralis. And Fnatic will be up at 8. But you're right, no more mistakes. It's only one way forward now, and that's just win every single round.
Win everything. Twist is just playing lights out. This is awesome to see from him.
Yep. And even JW and Crims, that should be enough of a... I mean, if they'd been playing this way from the beginning, then that'd be interesting, right?
Certainly, I mean, again, it doesn't necessarily come down to individuals in the way that Fnatic has lost these. It's just kind of misplaying huge advantages. I think they would love to take this AK-47 away from Device, and I think they're going to be losing a lot for it. Nope, there's Device. He goes down right at the end as we switch on at the beautiful stage here in Chicago.
This has been great so far. Some interesting plays in the tournament. I wasn't sure what to expect out of Fnatic, but during the group stage, they were looking really incredible.
They're looking hot, weren't they?
What do you do about, you know, you go for that draw and you realize you're going to end up against the best team in the world in the semifinals? I mean, somebody had to, but...
There's only one way forward, as you said. Fnatic's not a team that's going to be too scared of that. Obviously exists. JW and Crims, 3 of the most experienced players that we've had in the world. So they've had to go through these obstacles a number of times.
Many times they've been the obstacle instead.
Exactly.
Teams have had to pick them, and that was never a good time. 24th round. This is only map number 1, so we can't get too carried away either. The economy's looking... I mean, they did force in the last round. Nicely done from Crims in the middle. They want to try and see if they can follow up, but he's just hitting a lot of shots here. They finally do take him down, but the bomb is going to be up at the A-bomb site, so...
JW's got to be careful. He has the AWP, and he picks one off, and he just can't lose it, and he is going to. Dupree finds it. That's a huge win for Astralis. Because I don't think exists Berlin and Twist. I don't think they want to chase this down. They don't want to hunt for these weapons.
Device wouldn't have been able to pick an AWP up next round, so...
That is a big find for Astralis. Don't let that fool you. That is almost a huge swing in terms of momentum. Fnatic going to get to their 9th, and they've come a little bit closer. Plenty more danger to come from Astralis, though, and that might just be the thing to do, to pass it over to Device.
Wouldn't that be a cruel twist to the story if that's what ends up losing them the map? The fact that they gave away one AWP that down the line.
Those are always the small mistakes that no one really thinks about, but those, if you add those up, those are going to become game-changing. You know, you never know. Maybe Fnatic gets this to 13, 16, and it's just an extra little bit of utility, an extra weapon they can use. And Astralis doesn't even want to mess with that hunt towards the end. Don't even care about finding some of those end kills. Now, the good thing for Fnatic is no matter how this ends, they've at least played themselves back into this game to a degree where they can feel comfortable into the next map.
Yeah, definitely. If we were looking, if Fnatic had started on the T side instead, what would the scoreline be, like 6-3 or something in their favor right now, I think? So then the story would be a little bit different. It's just that first half for Astralis was so overpowering that that's kind of been washed away. Deep breath right now as we do have a tactical timeout just to talk things over. Astralis, I don't think they're going to be annoyed yet, but obviously, as you said, they want to close this game out before Fnatic get too much of a chance to get warmed up. And that might already be, they might already have
they already missed that mark,
that,
yeah. I think they missed that mark, but that's okay. They still have such a huge lead. 6 more rounds to go for Fnatic to force overtime. Oh! This is an early point in the game to be busting this up. Brolin's got 14,000 though, so I guess why not? You've got cash built up, and right on the cross, Dupree is gone. And look what that does. This is the strategy. You get one of these picks on the cross, and you immediately transition. You might even get a second. Zipnik's just one HE grenade, and he's gonna go down. It hasn't found him yet. They need to hit this B bomb site. They have Magisk so isolated.
Yeah, he's alone on the side. Grenade. Oh, it's actually going to catch JW, and Magisk will still go down. Twist. He's whipped back to the AK-47. Instead of that auto sniper, he's going to get one more kill for it. 4 versus 3, but Glaive is the only one who's nearby, and he's going to back on out of there.
Astralis is going to save again. They're going to play the economic game, and Fnatic have done it one more time. That pick and mid opened everything up for the Swedes. They're going to get to double digits, and Crims once more, and he's going to find Glaive. Big, big kill, taking money out of the hands of Astralis.
Now they're just trying to hold on to these rifles over a long. What a way to begin a round. dupreeh just on the ground, dead before he even knew what hit him.
I didn't even expect it whatsoever. Now they know where Device is. Twisty, oh my God, what a duel to take. He's feeling it. And Xyp9x, he was damaged so early on in this round. Position is given up. 4 kills for Twist, coming up on 30 frags in the map.
He's lost all fear, hasn't he? He doesn't give a damn any longer. 27 kills. He's back with the auto sniper. He did get the long spawn, but I don't know if you want to try and challenge long with it. Look at how disgusting this is.
Yeah, right through the door, and obviously making good on his teammate's death there to find Magisk in the bomb site.
He's ready for it again. A little bit preemptive. Shooting on the right-hand side, just trying to do the damage. But this round, Astralis have no rifles, just the pistols that they're playing around with. Oh, nicely done.
Just the pistols, he says. Good find for Device, but Xyp9x is brought down out towards long, so now control of that portion of the map. But the tough part for Fnatic, they don't know this is happening yet. Magisk and dupreeh have pushed into Upper Dark. They're going to clear out these tunnels. dupreeh's going to circle through T-spawn. He might be thinking, if you're going to buy that auto sniper, you're certainly going to drop it somewhere. And if you make a mistake, I might be able to pick up a weapon. This is all down to timing. When does Twist look over to his left? He's ready for the push now. And dupreeh just listening for information, and he sees it.
Yeah, well, they can rotate people over, but they still won't have that much to really stop them with. If he could have got the kill on him, that would have been a different story. Glaive has an HE, maybe. If they try and somewhat the cross, he could sort of short throw it in right under and blow somebody up, but limited chance here. And they're going to play on contact instead. Device not connecting with the Deagle. There's Glaive pushing in. There's so many people on the other side. He's going to get shot down. One big kill for Device. Drops the bomb with 40 seconds, and now they're going to Molotov the bomb site just to try and buy a little bit more time. Flank coming in from long as well. It's going to be dupreeh running up right behind them, and actually a secondary flank. So 2 people now pushing up from long for the Astralis side. 27 seconds. The bomb is going to be going down. dupreeh, he's been spotted. AK fight being won. Oh, what a follow-up twist to take down dupreeh. He is playing lights out, ladies and gentlemen. 15-11. Fnatic somehow back in this game. He's almost dropping 30 kills.
This is such an incredible performance from Twist, and even Fnatic to stay in the game this long. Another fight here, though. Astralis going to their own double up setup. dupreeh and Device picking up the big green weapon. 3 M4s as well, and Astralis need to get control of this match. They need to wrestle it back away from Fnatic. Here it comes again. The spam from the auto sniper, not going to connect on anything, but Crims looks like he wants to go fast. That's a blind up, or dupreeh's not going to see him go by. That's information that Astralis doesn't have, and actually Crims, he's going to be going up right against Device, who's looking towards mid. There's an opportunity here, unscoped. Crims, he's going to find it, and a second one.
So aggressive. It catches the Danish team completely off guard, and JW taking down Glaive. This is looking so much better. I can't believe what we're witnessing.
It is that thing where you start to get crazy. You're down so much, and now all of a sudden, you've brought the score back. You forget that it had to be such a huge 10-round comeback, and now all of a sudden, it's only 3 that it's going to take. dupreeh and Magisk just hiding inside of this B bomb site, but Fnatic have so much cash. Not going to let them get away with it. They want to hunt these guns down, take everything away from the Danes.
They definitely should. That's how you continue to win here. Magisk, one peek there. We're getting the deaths. Don't really matter. Fnatic don't care about losing these rifles all that much. And that's going to be a great kill. AWP gone. Now Magisk alone on the site. And they're coming in for the window as well. JW's right there with the AWP. Does get spotted. Bomb going to go off soon. But Magisk holding on really well to this rifle. Again, there's almost 14,000 in the bank of Roland, so he's not really that scared.
He just is going to go for it. He says, why the hell not? I've got myself a one-on-one and plenty of time. Fnatic, I don't think they've overplayed it because Roland is playing that so smart.
He would have needed to pick up a kittle on the way. I don't know if there was one, but That would have been next level. 15-12.
And Twist has his 30 kills. We're gonna get a timeout. I think this is from Astralis. They've got to be feeling shocked. What a play from Crims. He finds the perfect timing, and Device has got to feel just so unlucky. He was scoped in on that position for a while. But they're taking risks all across the map, and they're really confusing Astralis at the moment.
How do you put an end to the kind of entries that Twist and Crims are making right now?
That's the thing. You'd think the ops would be the solution, right? You pick off, Crims as he's running up catwalk, and Dupree had the angle just completely blind. It was a great flashbang from Crims to allow him to get that kind of a play underway.
So quick, and every other round, Astralis are on pistols instead of rifles. So even a 6-round gap, you could expect to play 2 or 3 of those rounds against, if not pistols, then limited rifles, maybe not the AWP.
Part of that is because they've been so ruthless on chasing down the weapons. Remember, we see Fnatic all the time saving 2-3 rifles and actually maximizing the amount of buys they have, and Fnatic's just not letting them do that. It's been a really good job, not only to open rounds, but for Fnatic to ensure that even in a victory, they're taking everything away.
If they push JW, that could be an annoying loss of an AWP while the rest are over at long. There's nobody there to defend JW at the moment. He's patiently waiting. Does have a sidearm in case they try for it. He's going to miss the first flick. Wants to Molotov close. That's pretty smart. They are going to run through it. And the pistol's going to chew them up. That's nicely done. That's well played.
Just barely getting out of there. That Molotov is very helpful, though. Matt just going to get one traded immediately. Ooh, that's nasty. And they have to find this. We just talked about the economic situation and the money and the back and forth in terms of pistols. They definitely want to keep the AWP away from Zipnik's hands. That's what made JW's play so important. Oh, and he's going to go down, not ready for the angle. Crims just patiently waiting, arms open. Only 2 more left.
Yeah, we were getting ready to call this one done. It looked like it was all the way over. 12-3 in the first half in favor of Astralis, and now Fnatic need 2 more rounds to push it into overtime. That would be your story to begin the semifinals with. Nicely shut down from JW. Double AWP now in Fnatic early on here. Oh, and it does Lake Dupree jumping past. That's a big win.
Dupree's had a nightmare these past 3-4 rounds. He's been tagged as he crosses now. He's been picked off entirely. Hasn't been able to get into the groove of the game, and actually even Astralis' A defense has been so weak that he hasn't been involved in a lot of these situations. 3 players in the B tunnels for Fnatic, as they have mid control. There is an AWP on Device. That's posted up at the A railing. But at the moment, Fnatic is content to just be spread across the map, make sure there's no aggression.
A very much slower pace this time for the Swedes. None of the crazy run and gun that we've seen in the past. That's a nice war cry to get the crowd fired up.
Swedish Viking battle cry.
Dupree hiding in the back of Plateau. That's, I mean, 1 grenade and he's done. He's gonna land close that Molotov. 45 seconds on the clock. JW in middle, Crims over at long. And the other 3 going to be paused from the continual wall of grenades in front of them. 35 seconds. Now I'm getting a little bit worried.
JW is going to peek up towards A with AWP, wants to go for a pick, just taking a shot, getting some attention away. Glaive is now rotated out of the doors. That leaves Dupree with only the low health to defend, and Glaive comes back. 1 grenade, as you said back here, he's going to spray through the smoke, wants to do something. He needs to get 1, and he's not going to be able to do it. That's the B bomb site gone. And Astralis already scrambling to save. In round 29, Fnatic have come all the way back.
Sip has made his way past. There's not much he can do from this position.
It's been an 11-1 run for Fnatic to get 14-15. They've taken the AWP away from Device in this round.
The crowd is really rallying behind Fnatic here at the Wintrust Arena, and I can't blame them. This is an amazing story that we're witnessing unfold right in front of our eyes. 2-4 here, trying to hold on to remaining guns on the Astralis side. Crims will take 1 away, and Sip, well, he kind of beat them to it running past the first time around. We're gonna go the full distance, aren't we? All 30 rounds here, the first map of the semi-final. What a beautiful way to start the tournament, or start the playoffs here.
Yeah, the playoffs. What a way to start IEM in Chicago. 15-14, I cannot believe this run that we just saw out of Fnatic, but now becomes the tough task. And now all of a sudden, if you do lose this after this comeback, that's when you really feel crushed. This is where it is so tough, because Fnatic at a certain point likely couldn't even believe they're back into it.
Historically, this last round is always the most tricky one. You weren't playing with nerves before because you knew the game was maybe probably lost, and now you are. Now you know it really matters, and you can get to that overtime. They've picked up 2 auto snipers and an AWP. Hold on to something, Moses, because crossing middle is not going to be easy. 5 seconds left of the countdown here. Astralis are going to have to make some sort of attempt to get past.
We've seen Fnatic do this before. They have a graffiti on this map just for this reason. Dupree, he doesn't even want to test it. He has just paused, and now he jumps and he still gets hit. Down to 67.
He was just waiting, watching the rain of bullets coming through the door, just thinking, you know what, I'm not going to do this. He makes it past. If they had been rushing B, that pause from him to wait could cost them the round, so not risk-free doing that kind of thing.
Certainly not. He still gets hit as well.
Yeah.
Didn't even allow him full safety. 4 players for Astralis over at the A bomb site. They're playing a super mobile defense. 2 players now in CT spawn. Zipnik's on catwalk. Glaive gonna meet up in CT spawn. It doesn't even look like they're entirely sure where they want to defend, but they're just gonna do it as a unit.
Astralis really running into a lot of problems, just like Fnatic were in that first half. Molotoving out the car, which is all fine. They still have Twist down in the middle, and I like that little detail. If they end up getting this A part and Twist is still lingering around here, that's going to make such a big difference.
On the other hand, he's been such a hard hitter. 31 kills and 19 deaths. You almost want him to be involved in the action, though, don't you? Krim's coming up for the lurk position. Yeah, Twist wants to be a part of it. He wants to be the point man. Krims has to be careful. He's ready for this. He pre-fires. He saw the shadow. He saw something. And now you get nervous if you're Fnatic. 1 man down and so much nade damage.
They've run this whole distance. They need to close it out. Twist goes down. JW with a refrag at least 2 on 3. It's looking very bad right now for Fnatic. They must have this. 1 round, 17 seconds. The bomb is in front. They're going to try and pick it up and make it just a little bit late. 14 seconds now. But Dupree and Sip both running down long. They're going to try and retake it quick before they can get out. Brolin ducking down behind the car. They don't know he's here. Timing is everything right now. He's going to wait and stand up. Gets one and tries to follow it. All on JW. 23 kills. He needs the quad right now to throw this game into overtime. It's all on the line. Scoped up with the AWP, quick jump there, he's forced back, he has to run out. Oh, they're right on top of him and he's gonna go down. It's so close, but not gonna be close enough here with the kit. Well, no, even without the kit, they should be having it. 16-14 for Astralis, they take it in regulation. First map of the semifinals. What an effort for Fnatic.
An incredible comeback, and what an opening performance from Twist in this Fnatic jersey at IEM. 31 kills for him, but it's not enough. Astralis just is too strong in that last round. They had not a whole lot to fight with and still just make it work, and what a battle for them throughout that half. Nicely done from Fnatic in a close, narrow loss, but at least they've given themselves hope for map 2. Winning at the desk after a break, and then we'll see the completion of this series.